I'm here with girls basketball head coach Kyle Crowder. And Kyle, last year your team was 19-6 with an Elite Eight appearance. You weren't quite able to get over the hump, fell to Holy Family 55-31 in that game. You've started this season 2-4 after your two preseason tournaments at Pagosa, Springs, and Palisade. Talk about what you saw from your team in those tournaments and the competition the girls faced.
You know, we were a little out of sorts down at Pagosa. We didn't score like we expected to. You know, we got really good shot opportunities. We executed well. We had a lot of good opportunities that we just didn't capitalize on. And then the last couple of weeks, kind of coming up to this Palisade tournament, I really feel like the girls really dialed it in. We played with a lot more continuity. There was just a lot of girls out there playing for each other and doing it kind of as a team effort, and it definitely showed. So I'm excited about the things that we've accomplished in the last couple of weeks. I mean, the record shows that we're 2-4, but I mean, I think we're a heck of a lot better than that. And you know, had we been able to execute and convert some of those opportunities at Pagosa, I mean, that could have been a totally different situation down there. But I feel like we're in the right direction right now.
Good. Talk a little bit about these girls. This team's made up of mainly juniors and seniors. Actually, only juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
You're really only returning two starters, along with Adri Frazier, who mainly came off the bench last year. Talk about some of the girls and how the chemistry is going and some of the individuals on this team.
You know, we had a really good summer. We played 20-some games together. Went on the road and played in a couple of different places. So I think that it was good for us to spend that time together. But, you know, I think the kids, they just need a little more time. I mean, and they're going to figure it out. We're going to be right back where we were last year as far as, like, being able to compete and do the things we were doing. Regardless of what the face or the number is that's out on the court, I mean, I feel like that we're definitely 9 strong, and it doesn't matter which 5 are out there, that we can go out there and we can compete at a high level. So excited about that. But, you know, it's always kind of the same thing. Early in the season, some things just not going the right way. And I feel like we're starting to dial in on some of that, and the chemistry is definitely getting better, you know, and I feel like the girls are trusting each other, and I feel like that there's some good leadership. I feel like Kylie is kind of taken over as kind of the leader of this team out there on the floor. But, you know, the rest of the girls are doing great things. You know, I thought Taylor had a really good weekend. I thought Adri had a good weekend. You know, Breezy didn't score particularly well this weekend, but she ran the point well for us. I mean, and she's kind of forced into that point guard position. But she's doing a really nice job not turning the ball over and kind of getting the organization going for us. So, I mean, there's a lot of really good things happening, and every one of our bench kids comes in and can contribute. So, I mean, that's a big thing for us right now.
Good. And you know, you guys had a slow start to the season last year, and obviously we see where you ended up. You talked about Kylie and Taylor and Adri and Breezy a little bit. Who were some of the other girls, maybe some players on the bench that you're looking to take that next step or just progress in that maturation process as a player?
You know, I think every one of them that comes in, you know, right now Braden is doing a good job for us. She's come a long ways as far as like developing her skill set and being able to go out there and be strong and rebound and do some of those things that we ask her to do. You know, and Jolie Robinson's got some experience as a senior. She comes in, she can score, and she can do a lot of things for us. But, you know, Paige and Maya both come off the bench and play extremely tough defense, which makes it a little bit different for the Huffs. They have to rotate down lower on our zone, and those two take over on top. But again, not much changes that way. I mean, we can just kind of rotate girls in and out, and everybody gets an opportunity to create plays, and I think there's a lot of good things happening with those girls.
Interchangeable pieces.
Very, very much so.
It always it's a nice problem to have.
It is.
So to speak.
It is. Versatility is what we got.
There you go. Talk about the upcoming regular season. You're once again playing in the 4A Western Slope League, and start off as you have the past couple of years with an early test. This year you host, and it's Antari and Alamosa. Then you get into league play where you were undefeated last year but faced stiff challenges from Summit and Moffat County, and of course you'll see Montrose one more time at their place, and a competitive schedule really.
Yeah, you know, and I think we definitely have a chance to go out and be league champs again. You know, I think that kind of continues, and I think our girls, like, not that that's not a goal. I mean, I think our goal is definitely to get beyond where we've gone in the past. But, you know, I think it's just an expectation at this point where we expect to win that league title, and we expect to go out there and win every game, if not almost every game, from here on out. So, I mean, they hold each other accountable. There's a lot of high expectations that we've just kind of continued on from the past season. So, it's pretty easy to get kids motivated to do things when they kind of already have that built in, like, this is what we're going to do, Like, we were 0-4, and we're still under the mindset, like, we're still going to go to state. It's going to look a little different than it does right now, but we're going to be a really good team down the stretch.
Well, and like you and I just talked about, these girls have seen, how this team works, and the slow starts you've had the past couple of seasons, it hasn't mattered in the end. Yep. So they reasonably have that expectation that that's where they're going to be.
The unfortunate thing is the way that it's set up with seeding and RPI and that. I mean, those losses early do hurt you a little bit. But, I mean, we're going to do what we can control, and wherever we fall, if we fall as the 8 seed or we fall above that, I mean, we're just going to go in there and give it our best shot and hopefully be competitive and have a chance, when we get to the state level. So
you talk about the seeding and the state level, and talk about 4A a little bit as a whole, and then where you guys kind of fit into that, obviously, with the reclassification realignment last year and then the carryover this year. On the 2-year cycle, you guys are still in 4A, and it was a little different last year with seeding and home teams, and just where do you guys fall?
I definitely think we're still a top 8 team, whether we're in 3A or 4A. I think the 4A division is definitely a little bit tougher. Some of those top end teams are significantly better than the top end teams in 3A. But the format, where we play that Tuesday Friday game, I don't mind that, and I think it benefits us to win as many games as we can to host those things. I mean, it's just a huge advantage to have teams try to come 5 hours to our place versus us going 5 hours to their place. So we're going to have to just do what we can do to control that, and hopefully get high enough seed that those guys got to come to our place, and we have a chance to go on to the next level.
Makes it nice for the broadcaster too, when he's not having to crisscross the state,
for sure,
more than once a week. So, but great, Kyle. Good luck to you, and I look forward to covering you this season.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.